Ever since we first opened the doors to Nerdland, one topic has made regular and frequent appearances in the subject line of viewer emails: my hair. So today I'd like to take this opportunity to answer some questions about black women and hair. Why tackle such a hairy topic on a political show? Well, there are a few follicles more politicized than the ones that grow out of a black woman's head. And we're going to talk a little bit about the politics later, but first I want to do a quick teachable moment, so let's begin.
And that's absolutely right, Shima girls. Let's begin. Let's begin breaking down the Melissa Harris Perry Black Hair 101 crash course. So this is going to be my opinion, Shima's opinion versus Melissa Harris Perry's. So let's get started. So I'm going to be looking at the big screen here, watching the videos right along with you ladies. Okay, so as you know, Shima Hair 21 is a safe space for all of us black women all around the world to gather around. It's a safe space where we can discuss everything black hair and other topics as well. And now today we're going to discuss Melissa Harris Perry's take on black hair care. All right. And yes, as I said, we discuss hair, we discuss weight loss, we discuss skincare, we discuss everything, you know, as well as healthy eating habits, you know, topics that are essential to helping us beautify ourselves inside and out as women of color. So again, today I'm going to break down Melissa Harris Perry take on black hair. So she did like a crash course, and this was, we're talking about 10 years ago. This is an old video, but you know, I want to discuss it because there were some good points and there were some questionable points that I want to, you know, dive into. And many of the topics discussed is still pertinent to this day. Okay, so that's why I definitely want to, you know, review it, and just give my opinion, versus Melissa Harris Perry's, take on black hair care. Now, when I first saw this video, the first thing that amused me was that she featured the Dark and Lovely Relaxer Kits, okay, which is what I used, I used to use the Dark and Lovely Relaxer Kits, okay, because at first I was using the Optimum Relaxer Kit, but then it became too harsh for my hair, so then I went to the Dark and Lovely, which was more milder on my hair. But throughout the years and using it over and over, always touching up, and things like that, my hair started, to suffer with that as well. So hence why I'm totally natural today. and remember, this is a roller set, okay? I did not put no heat tools on my hair, no blow dryers, no hair dryers either. This was a simple roller set, okay? A simple roller set, using these rollers, snap-on rollers, the jumbo size rollers, okay? So yes, let's get started with the Melissa Harris Perry breakdown.
A perm, used interchangeably with a relaxer, is a process by which tightly coiled strands are chemically relaxed to create straight styles. And please don't ask me about that Chris Rock movie. A perm does not fry your brain open like a Coke can.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ on that. That, when you relax your hair, that the only style you can create is just straight styles. No, that is not 100% a fact. That's not 100% correct, okay? Because when I relax my hair, I created an abundance of different styles, and that's with a perm, okay? You get so creative, with your hair, whether it's in a perm or natural. But let's focus on the perm because that's what she was talking about here. Okay, so when you relax your hair, yes, the goal of most relaxers, of course, is to get it straight. But, just because it's straight doesn't mean, okay, that's it. We just wear it straight and that's it. We cannot do nothing else with it. 100% incorrect. Okay. So, again, I created an abundance of different styles, when my hair was relaxed. Okay. And that weren't necessarily straight. Okay. The styles weren't what you would call straight, standard styles. I took the liberty of sporting sexy candy curls, when I relaxed my hair, back in the early 90s, I used to do a lot of candy curls like that. And then again in the 2000s, I did candy curls again. And also when I was a preteen, I took the liberty of crimping my hair. There was these crimping irons back then. And that was, a very popular thing to be crimping the hair. I was in the early 90s, 1990, 91, 92. That was Shima crimping her hair, okay? And also in the 80s, I think they did that as well, okay? Again, my hair was perm, okay? And when you crimp your hair, it's no longer just a straight up and down style, all right? The candy curls weren't just straight and up style, okay? This could, pass as candy curls, even this. But my hair today is not straight. It's 100% natural. And I also had a lot of fun spraying some beautiful braid outs as well. Yes, I did braid outs with permed hair, with relaxed hair. You could do that with relaxed hair as well. So Melissa Harris Perry had it half right. Yes, you can create straight styles when you relax your hair, because the relaxer has broken down the bonds of our hair to give the hair strands a straightened look. Okay, so yes, but we have an abundance of hair choices, an abundance of styling opportunities with relaxed hair that doesn't necessarily, boxes in, with only being able to create, straight hairstyles. So do you agree or disagree, Shima girls? All right, if you have an opinion on it, that we can only, just create straight styles with a perm, go ahead and chime in. I mean, at the end of the day, can we not create non-straight styles when we relax our hair? That's the question. And yes, the natural bonds of the hair have been straightened out throughout the chemical process of the relaxer. But a simple crimping iron immediately takes it from straight hairstyle to something else, doesn't it? And again, heck, a simple roller set, can take our relaxed hair to bouncy, fluffy candy curls. Oh, okay, as you can see. Or we can also describe them as beautiful soft curls, okay? So technically it's not considered to be a straight hairstyle. The bottom line is this: a relaxer doesn't necessarily relegate us to just creating straight styles, as Melissa Harris Perry has stated here.
Now, those straight styles can also be achieved with a hot comb. A heated metal comb that black women have long used are chemically relaxed to create straight styles. And please don't ask me about that Chris Rock movie. A perm does not fry your brain open like a Coke can.
Now, I saw that Chris Rock movie a long, long time ago, but only once. And yes, there were some amusing moments, because Chris Rock, he's a comedian. He's so, he's funny. I love his jokes. I love his stand-up comedy. It's very funny. But, the movie, Good Hair, that was not my cup of tea, It was not my cup of tea, because there were certain, scenes in that movie that I found, kind of insulting, and just the tone of that movie, if you really pay close attention, if you got your third eye open, it was like making fun of us, that's how I took it. Okay, it's my opinion, but that's how I took it, making fun, of us black women and our issues with our hair. The movie was more for like entertainment purposes, because I didn't feel empowered. When I finished watching that movie, I didn't feel empowered at all, or that I learned anything, crucial, or felt my self-esteem go higher after finishing, after watching that movie. Again, I only saw it once when it first came out, but perhaps, I should give it another chance, watch it again. It's been a heck of a lot of years since that movie, has been out, about 13, 14 years ago. So maybe I should, give it another chance. But, my first impression, how they say first impression, is the end all be all. I mean, it left a lot to be desired, it left a lot to be desired. And I don't know, ladies. And also, how is a man going to tell me as a woman how and what to feel about my hair? Okay, how is a man really going to understand, the things that I go through, the things that I feel as a woman regarding my hair? Because, in comparison, the amount of time a man spends on his hair is nothing compared to the amount of time a black woman spends on her hair. Okay, so miss me with that, all right? And that's just for starters, okay? But let's continue with the Melissa Harris Perry breakdown.
Can also be achieved with a hot comb, a heated metal comb that black women have long used to straighten their hair without chemicals. A hot comb figures prominently in the childhood memories of many a black woman. It's why when a black woman talks about the kitchen, she is not just referring to the room in the house where the comb was heated and where the straightening sessions occurred. She's also talking about the nape of her neck, commonly the hair most resistant to heat-induced transformation.
Now, I personally never experienced the hot comb, but I did straighten the kitchen, that nape area at the back of our neck, with curling irons and flat irons back in the day, which was total destruction for black hair. Okay, so don't ever do that, ladies. Don't ever straighten your kitchen with hot combs, curling irons, and even that old-fashioned, hot comb from back in the days. That's total destruction for black hair. So yes, I was doing that. I was straightening the back of my hair, that kitchen area, with these jumbo-sized curling irons, and burnt the living daylights out of the back of my head. Okay, so have any of you experienced the hot comb, ladies? You know, the one with the teeth, the one that Melissa Harris Perry just showed on the screen. Have you experienced that type of hot comb? Is it still around? Oh my heavens.
The weave is the addition of hair that you bought to the hair that you grew. Black women get weaves for all kinds of reasons: to add length, to add fullness, to experiment with different looks without altering their real hair. The list goes on. Remember this about weaves: there are generally two categories: synthetic hair, which is, well, synthetic, and human hair, which came from an actual person. If our hair is much longer today than it was yesterday, it is safe to assume we probably got some added in. And yes, it is our hair. We paid for it. But not all black women with long hair are wearing weaves. And no, it's not polite to ask.
Ladies, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that statement. You know, if I bought it, it's mine type of statement. I can't tell you how much that irks me. Okay, it totally irks me every time I hear it. And I'm going to explain to you why. And ladies, let's put our big panties on, okay? You're on Shima Hair 21. We put on our big girl panties on, all right? Because I keep it real. I tell you my truth, and I keep it raw, all the way raw, okay? Now, first, let me make one thing clear. I am not against weaves and wigs, you know, or anything, you know, fake for that matter. As long, you know, as we are utilizing these products, that's what they are, products, okay, for the right reasons. Okay, I've spoken about this. As long as we use the fake hair for the right reasons, you know, we don't use it 100% of the time, okay, and we don't neglect our real hair underneath. Okay, how can our real hair, you know, reach this glory if we're neglecting it? You think if I was neglecting my hair with weaves and wigs, my hair would look like this today? Okay, my hair would be, you know, growing this long today? You think so, huh? If I was just wearing weaves and wigs and lace fronts 100% of the time because I bought them, you know, because it's mine, I bought them? No, okay? My real hair will not be flourishing. Your real hair will not be flourishing if you do not take care of your real hair underneath that weave or wig. So here's the thing: when a black woman says, yes, you know, it's mine, I paid for it, on a psychological level, she wants it to be her hair. Okay, that's what it's really, you know, boils down to. Oh yes, it's mine, I paid for it, I paid $500 for it, I paid whatever, $20 for it, $1,000 for it. She thinks because she paid for it, she feels like it's really hers, like it really growing out of her scalp. That's how she treats it, as if it's growing out of her scalp. Okay, she never takes it off. For the most part, she never takes it off. So that's what it boils down to on a psychological level. Too many of our black women truly believe that this fake hair is truly their hair. Okay, now, not all black women, not all of our black women feel this way, but too many of us do. You know, whether it is fake, you know, whether it's synthetic or real human hair, you know, that you bought in a store, or you order it online, you order this product online, you know, that it costed you such and such amount of money, you know, anything from $100 to thousands of dollars. These weaves get expensive. Depending on the brand, depending if it's real or synthetic, it gets expensive, and we shell out the money for it, don't we? We shell out the money for this hair that doesn't grow out of our scalp. Okay, so you know, whether we order it or we went into a store, you know, technically, you know, yes, you pay for it, yes, you got your receipt, yeah, you know, from such and such store, they charge you such and such price. Now the hair is yours. Fine, okay, that part we got it. In a legal sense, you know, the hair is yours. In a legal sense, the weave, the lace from the clip-ins, you know, the hair attachments, whatever hair you bought, fine, it's yours, because legally you purchased it. You know, you exchange funds for a product. Okay, that's the way it works, and that's why they gave it to you. Okay, but guess what? They can also give it to me as well. I could go in the store, I could order the hair online, and then at the end of the day, it's mine as well. Now we both got the same hair. Okay, now we both can say yes, it's mine, and it's the same type of hair. Okay, anybody could go walk in that store, anybody could place the order online and get the exact same hair you just purchased. Okay, because legally it's theirs. However, biologically, it's not ours. It didn't grow out of our scalp. So biologically, our bodies did not produce that hair. Okay, so we paid for it. Yes, it's ours. Fine. Yes, legally it's yours. You got the receipt. But biologically, our bodies do not produce that hair. So guess what? It is not our hair. Okay? I keep it real. I keep it raw. The fake hair, the lace front, the wigs, although I'm not against it, you know, I know it seems like I'm against it, but I'm not. Actually, I'm not. You know, as long as it's used as a tool to grow real hair. But I just want you to understand the hair on a biological sense is not ours. It's not yours. Okay? Only legally because you got the receipt to show for it. That is yours. That's all. Legally, the hair is yours. Biologically, the fake hair is not yours. That's all I wanted to point out on that part, okay? Now, let's move forward, shall we? Let's go.
Braids. Now, that's what I have now. You can braid your hair with or without extensions. When we get our hair braided with extensions, it can take up to 8 hours. So, for everyone who's asked, that is how long it takes for me to get my hair done. No, we don't shampoo our hair every day. Yes, we are still perfectly clean. Nappy is a term we use among ourselves to reclaim pride in something that was once used as a weapon against us. We're happy with our nappy. But just like that other N-word, you probably shouldn't use it.
And I agree. Because 9 times out of 10, in the real world, when somebody's calling our hair nappy, it is not a term of endearment. 9 times out of 10, it is not said to us in a positive way as a quote-unquote term of endearment. It usually goes something like this. Oh, girl, your hair getting nappy. It's time for a perm. Or look at them nappy edges. When are you going to relax? I mean, I've never ever heard someone say, whether they're black or white, oh, wow, your hair is so nappy. I wish mine was like that. Never heard that. Never ever heard that. So miss me with that tired ass excuse about taking quote unquote the power back with that word nappy. Okay, 9 times out of 10, it is not used in a positive manner towards us. Okay, that's the real world we live in. Unfortunately, that's what goes down. You've been in school, especially in school. All right, it really goes down in school. You know, in elementary school, middle school, high school, even. Okay, so miss me with that. Okay. That is not a term of endearment. I do not feel empowered. You know, I find it offensive. And you barely, if ever, hear me use it unless, you know, I'm talking about, you know, a negative experience. Again, a negative experience I've been through or someone else has been through. You know, another Shima girl that has been through a negative experience because somebody called her the word nappy, you know, in a negative way. You know, I don't understand why. Why is it that we as Black people have to embrace negativity? You know, in this case, the negativity being negative words that were, you know, used against us, you know, to dehumanize us, to embarrass us, you know, to keep us from getting good jobs and other opportunities, you know, as a term of endearment. You know, it doesn't make sense, and it would never make sense in my personal, humble opinion.
And if your Black friend spends the night, she may wrap her head in a silk scarf. It's because she wants to preserve the smooth style that she spent many hours to achieve, and your rough cotton pillowcase is going to frizz it up. Which is why she may decline to join you in a cannonball at your pool party. Water is the enemy to a Black woman with a straight hairstyle.
And boy, oh boy, was I glad that I was blissfully oblivious to the dangers of water. You know, when I was a child and I was enjoying my time with my twin brother and my parents, frolicking through the magnificent waters of Miami Beach, the beautiful waves, you know, slamming against my little body and, you know, diving headfirst into the biggest wave coming our way. Thank God I was blissfully unaware, and I was blissfully unaware for many years. Okay, you know, my hair, I would see it, it would poof up, but whatever, you know, I didn't take it, you know, I didn't take it too hard at all. So yeah, I got to enjoy my childhood in Miami Beach, especially. I got to enjoy the magical 80s, especially, and a lot of the 90s as well. So, and with my hair in the water, at the beach, or in the pools as well. Okay, so thank God was my favorites, I say, but eventually, you know, life happens, and I grew up and learned that, you know, salt water and pool water, also known as chlorine, ladies, also known as chlorine, you know, also, you know, the pool water is also known as chlorine water, and that can have, you know, damaging effects on Black hair, you know, if we don't take the proper steps. Okay, so let's continue.
If you have a Black boyfriend with a short fade and you want to run your fingers through his hair, Rub forward, never back, never back. Natural hair means that the hair has not been treated with any chemical relaxers. An afro, that small or voluminous halo of highly textured hair that floats above some black women's scalps, does not mean that she's about to set off the revolution. There is nothing dreadful about dreadlocks. They're also not a sign that someone smells, sells, or smokes marijuana. And by the way, they're locks, not dreads. And a black woman who chemically straightens her hair is not trying to be white. When in doubt, of course, the best course of action is to understand a black woman by what's in her head, not what's on it. Still have questions? Stick around, because we're going to pick through all the politics of black women's hair coming up.
And I would like to say, good point on what Melissa Harris Perry said regarding the afros. And I feel her on this one, because when I was wearing my hair in a beautiful afro, you know, when I went completely natural, my hair started to grow out and it turned into that beautiful afro. I mean, not once did I think about setting off any revolution, you know, or anything like that, and being political with it. Not once did that cross my mind. Okay, so this is, you know, that's how my natural hair grows out, you know, like that afro, you know, that you're seeing on the screen right now. And I just felt like wearing it in an afro that day. You know, simple. You know what I think? I think that the outside world, you know, some people who may not be used to seeing us with afros around them, or, you know, some who remember the hair revolution from the late 1960s and all throughout the 70s, you know, they feel threatened. You know, those older folks, I would say, they're the ones who feel threatened and have these hang-ups about our hair and think we're, you know, trying to start another revolution or something. Well, just my take. And when Melissa Harris Perry pointed out that, you know, just because we relax our hair doesn't mean that we're trying to be white, you know, I would like to, you know, I would like to challenge that, because is that true? You know, because after going natural myself, you know, after freeing myself from these relaxers, you know, the constant relaxing every time a new growth will grow out, and the new growth represents my real afro, you know, textured curly hair. You know, I will slap a relaxer on it and basically destroy any sign of my real God-given, you know, textured hair. So is that true? Are we not trying to be white or any other, you know, ethnicity or race that, you know, whose hair doesn't grow out that doesn't grow out, you know, afro texture just like ours? So yeah, so, you know, I personally have thought about that. You know, again, because we relax our hair over and over and over and over and over and over, and, you know, and that's why I want us to focus on that over and over and over part. Why do we relax our hair over and over? We need to focus on, you know, why. What is the real reason we're relaxing our hair, putting something that chemically straightens? Why doesn't it, you know, poof it up, you know, make it curlier? Why are we always, you know, reaching for the chemical treatment that straightens the hair? Why don't we reach for the chemical treatment that, you know, that enhances the natural curl pattern of our hair? Okay, that's what I, you know, that's what goes through my mind, you know, after I went completely natural and stuff. And so, you know, I acknowledge my truth, ladies. I acknowledge my truth. And by acknowledging my truth, it allows me to get to the next level of loving and respecting my natural hair. And so we made it to the end of Shima versus Melissa Harris Perry. You know, basically, you know, I was just breaking down, you know, her take on the Black Hair Crash Course 101 video. And I hope that you ladies enjoyed it and learned a lot. And, you know, if you need to rewind the video to, you know, go over some of the topics we discussed, you know, go ahead and do that. Okay, I thank you for stopping by, and I can't wait to see, you know, your reaction, you know, to this, you know, to this topic. Well, there's several topics we discussed here. And well, thank you for joining me again, Shima girls. I love you ladies. Take care.